All right, I will call the Drainage Board meeting to order at 2:46. The first item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes.
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Unanimous. Next up, we have the surveyor's report. And we have Ms. Chastity here to stand in.
Okay, since Tyler couldn't be here today, he didn't bring anything too new or too much information. This is basically what we have scheduled for fall so far that we know that we'll have funds available for. Ira Tower is starting through Richland, it's going to end in Hatfield. It's Baker Creek watershed. It's planning to be phased out into at least 2, maybe 3 phases. J.C. Haynes and Hoople, that's the one going north of Richland. I'm not going to touch what's inside Richland since we're going through the whole incorporated, trying to figure out about the drainage tax. But Tyler was asked to look north of Richland and see if we could at least clear what's going out of there. He said he doesn't have a whole lot of details on it yet. He hasn't walked out there to know if it's the main J.C. Haynes drain or if it's the lateral, because they both flow north. Jacob Lane, he has that on the schedule. He's supposed to be meeting someone next week to look at it. It's also Baker Creek watershed, so that one will be pending if we have the funds. Crooked Creek, we submitted the paperwork twice to the Corps, it got lost, we resubmitted, we haven't heard back. Or no, that's Big Sandy. Crooked Creek is Charles Chris. He's planning on working on that fall as soon as we can, because that complaint came in January, but the ground stays so soft up there you can get to it. That one comes out 2600 fund, so Tyler was kind of touching base on if we're going to use the 2600 fund or if we can try to make time to get that tax established or not. And then Big Sandy is the one that we had to apply for through the Corps. And we haven't heard back, so he's been talking to Arnold Braun about trying to get a project going where we don't have to have a Corps. As long as they're not removing dirt, he should be able to work. It's just that he can't disturb the wetland. So if it's just kind of clearing the brush, he should be able to do that. He said as soon as he knows and has a better idea, he'll bring it to the next meeting. And then we had an updated report of the totals on these accounts. That way we would have a starting balance. But then with Melissa's office just doing the tax settlement, they're going to increase within the next 2 weeks, so we'll bring that to the next meeting as well.
Are there any questions in regards to the surveyor's report?
I don't have any questions on the report. You are part of our budget. I don't know if you've had a chance to review those things for 2027.
If Tyler has the paperwork, it has been passed on to me. I don't know.
I haven't sent it to him.
Okay.
I just started with you guys because he
Okay.
really this is just the drainage board.
One thing Tyler and I have discussed is how soon most of the farmers planted, that maybe we could cram a lot of work in.
Yeah.
Some of these beans might be out by September. Yeah, early September.
So this might be a year where we can do a little bit more.
Yeah. We have these lined up, and then he's got probably 3 or 4 different ones on the dry erase board down there that he's still wanting to look at. So his hope is that fall and winter, we just kind of boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
have them all going at one time, get it done.
Hearing no other questions on the surveyor's report, is there any old business? Any new business?
Did you want to discuss anything with GIS and what that
So,
project is?
Sean Scott came in, it was Monday last week, I don't know, was it Tuesday? Might have been Tuesday. We were working on the cornerstones, getting them on GIS, and he was trying to show me they have a new way to do the upload, and it's super quick, which I'm one person, so it still would take me a bit. We did 2 or 3 of them together, and he was like, we can't do this without a dual monitor. So we paused that day. We're going to see about getting a dual monitor. There's monitors available down in the basement that are not being used. John from McMoney's going to come in and see if any of them are compatible or if they work, and if so, we'll just bring them out of the basement and hook up, and then hopefully we'll move forward with GIS. The plan is, if we get a dual monitor hooked up, Sean will take some time to come in, and we'll just try to knock them out together. If for some reason we can't get a dual monitor, he'll get us a quote for GIS to do it. But you have to run so many different screens at one time that when we were trying to do it the other day, it was,
Do you have any discretionary funds in your budget that are unused, or?
no.
Okay.
And our budget, when Tyler came in, we don't have any kind of like emergency spending. He literally took what he got to office with me.
Yeah.
So if for some reason we do need funds, I've already talked to Melissa about getting.
Because I don't think the monitors are super expensive. I mean,
No,
I've
and-
looked at a few myself personally.
There are several monitors in the basement.
Well,
Yeah.
if they're not compatible though.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think she meant hers.
Well, so what it is my monitor's not made anymore. They have me send in a model number and it's not even made anymore. So even if mine's not compatible with them, if he has two in the basement that are compatible.
Then we could go.
But he said that they've been, I don't even remember what word he said, decommissioned. He said, so there's a chance we might try to use them and there's no telling how long they've been down there, they might not even work. So we're just trying to kind of see what that claim says whenever he comes in. He told me it might be next week, but it might be further out, so.
Okay.
I guess where I was going with that was the discussion that Sean Scott had about GIS helping with doing the cornerstones that he was going to get a quote.
Yes, yeah, so if we can do it in the office, we get a dual monitor, in his head, he could just come in one day and we can just knock them out. Because it doesn't take real long if you can see what you're doing, it's all going back
Having
and
to
forth.
have both pulled up at the same
Yeah.
time to transfer and, yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's why he reached out about the dual monitor that day, because it saves the county money, and then if not, we'll work on the quote. He also reached out to Cash Wagner to see if they can just be sent the zip files every year, and it can be part of their yearly update that they do. I guess the other counties do that. So it's just kind of playing it by ear,
Okay. Thank you.
slowly but surely.
Thank you for explaining that.
Anything else in new business? Hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Unanimous. Adjourned 2:53.